Hey, it's Lori, and we're going to do a health update today, and it's going to be about the hormone replacement therapy, which I'm probably just going to refer to it as HRT. It's easier to say. So, HRT is hormone replacement therapy. I've got estrogen, I've got progesterone, and I've got testosterone, and that's the hormones that I have that my doctor put me on. So, we're going to talk about the initial video where I talked about it, not the previous one, but the one before that, where I talked about the HRT. And you know what? I'll link it below. I'll link the initial video below in the description box, and I'll also put my 30-day update below because today we're doing a 60-day update. It's already been 60 days, and I figured it's time for an update, tell you what's different, has anything changed, and there have been some changes. It's definitely time for an update. So let me just be upfront with you. I do have notes. I always have notes. They're on my computer. I'm just kind of looking through because sometimes I type out a lot of stuff that I don't that I don't need to say. For one thing, it would be boring. But okay, prices. Yeah, I put that in my notes. I did make some bullet points too of in my notes of what some things from the first initial video and some things from the last video, just to kind of do a refresher real quick so this makes more sense in case you didn't see those videos. Okay, so first I want to go over prices. Like, how much does it cost for hormone replacement therapy? How much does HRT cost? I can tell you what it costs for me. It might be different for everybody, but for me, I do have some insurance that covers some of it, but it doesn't cover all of it. So I'll tell you what it covers for me, or not what it covers, but what I pay out of my pocket. It's not as much as you might think. I thought it was going to be a lot more. We have the estrogen patch, a progesterone capsule, and I show you those in the last video in my 30-day update. I show you those. I show them to you, what they look like and how you administer them. So we've got the estrogen patch and the progesterone capsule, and those just come from Walmart pharmacy. Any pharmacy, whatever pharmacy you use, just a regular, ordinary pharmacy. And with my insurance, after insurance, out of pocket for me is $10 a piece. So those only cost me $10 each. Yeah, and I don't know the price without insurance, so I'm sorry, but I don't know. Now the testosterone is different. That comes from a compound pharmacy, so it's not covered by my insurance at all. It's 100% out of pocket. It is, I pay $41.65 for that per month. So altogether, every month I'm paying $61.65 out of pocket. So here's some bullet points for my initial blood panel for the hormones and thyroid. So that's what my doctor had him run. It showed that I was running on empty. Okay, and those were my doctor's words. In fact, I believe it's that initial video, or maybe it's the last one. I don't know. It's one of them that you hear him say it himself. It was the initial video that you hear my doctor say that himself. I recorded, it was a phone appointment, and I recorded the conversation. And so I do show you a lot of that conversation. And he tells you some numbers too, but he says it best. He says it a lot better than I do. Okay, so let me see. What else do we have here? Yeah, that panel showed that I have slightly underactive thyroid and that my hormones were just nothing, man. Running on empty. But yeah. Okay, so let's hit some bullet points from my latest update video about the HRT. And that one's from 30 days in. It's also from 30 days ago, I guess. So yeah, but it'll be linked below, like I said. So I get very real with you in that video, and I definitely tell you how miserable I was actually feeling. So, and I also tell you why I didn't tell you or anyone else about it. So yeah, why I waited. But I tried so hard to hide it until I couldn't, you know? Okay, so what else? I tell you that I'm seeing some subtle benefits. I told you that I was feeling less exhausted and less fatigue. I was feeling some sleepiness though, just sleepiness from the progesterone. I had one single day of spotting. I can't really think of anything else right offhand, but I keep looking at my notes, and I have a really bad habit of doing that. When they're in front of me, I just keep looking at them. Even if I'm not reading from, even if I'm not reading from them, I'm looking at them. But I can't think of anything else right offhand. That's about all I put in the notes. So yeah, I thought I'd remember more than that as I was reading through these little bullet points that I wrote down, but I guess not. I say I wrote down, but I actually typed them. All right. Anyway, you can always watch the video though. You can go back and watch it. And oh yeah, that was the video that I told you like all the benefits too. I asked ChatGPT about it, and I kind of read off to you like benefits of um, the different hormones that I am taking. Yeah. So anyway, and that is important to know. I guess maybe it'd be a good idea to maybe pause this video and go back and watch that latest one before you watch this one if you haven't seen it. Anyway, that'd probably be better than me trying to go over the bullet points. But anyway, yeah, the last thing I told you was that my doctor did start me on a low-dose thyroid med, and he doubled the estrogen and progesterone dosage. He left the testosterone the same, though, so I wouldn't get a mustache. So that's one thing I can tell you. I'm checking. I'm getting that magnifying mirror out. I'm checking that baby out, buddy. I'm not going to have a mustache. So... But no, there's no mustache happening here. So that's a good thing, right? Okay, so the estrogen patch, yeah, and the progesterone, they doubled in dosage. So the patch is bigger now, but it's not big by any means. And the progesterone capsule is bigger too, but it's not a horse pill. It's still easy to swallow. It's no big deal. But yeah, in fact, you know that before I started on the estrogen patch, I was like, man, I wonder how big this thing is. I'm thinking this big old thing is gonna, slap it on, not on your arm. You put it down below your waist. But anyway, I'm thinking it's gonna be this big, bulky looking patch. I don't know why I was thinking that, but it isn't at all. It's very small, and in fact, it's thin and it blends in with your skin. So you really, if you put it somewhere that's visible to others, they probably wouldn't even see it. So, in fact, I was afraid that I was going to like knock it off or, make it fall off like when I was taking a shower or changing my clothes or something like that. But it's not going anywhere. It's not going to fall off. In fact, when you go to take it off, because you have to change it twice a week, when you go to take it off, you kind of have to pick at it to kind of try and get it off of you. So it sticks really well. Okay, so now that I'm 60 days in, I haven't had any additional spotting at all. I'm not getting the sleepiness like I was before from the progesterone, but I am getting sleepiness when I should at bedtime, like earlier in the evening than I normally would. Normally, it's midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it's even 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm still up. I'm still reading books, or I'm still watching videos or playing wordscapes or whatever I'm doing. Not anymore. Now, when I get that sleepiness feeling, it's the I need to go to bed kind of sleepy, It's not just, I'm kind of tired, but I think I'll play one more game of Wordscapes. That's not going to happen because I'm going to fall asleep. But then when I do go to bed and I go to sleep, I'm actually getting good sleep. I'm getting more restful sleep. So I'm getting noticeably better sleep quality. And yeah, so 60 days in, I'm getting noticeably better sleep. I have some other notes here that I don't think I'm going to go into like a ton of detail about some of the benefits, such as the effect of particularly the testosterone can have on libido. I'm not going to get super personal, you know what I'm saying? But I will tell you that, just, give it about 6 weeks, okay? So yeah, there's that. But another thing that can be affected is like mood and general sense of well-being. So I wasn't sure what that meant exactly, to be honest with you, but I do now because I feel it. Like I feel more fit, I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain, but I still look the same. I still weigh about the same, pretty close to the same, but I have more confidence is what it is. I have more confidence. I'll put it like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I can explain it any other way that would make sense. I guess I feel better in my own skin. Checking my notes. So fatigue. That was a big one for me, and it's what actually pushed me to finally talk to my doctor, was that unbearable, when the unbearable fatigue set in. And before that set in, there was other symptoms going on, and I knew that something needed to change, but I guess I was just waiting for it to pass, I mean, I don't want to get too personal, but it all comes back to the libido part. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if that's something that you maybe have some concerns about and you want to chat about it privately, let me know. I'd be willing to chat with you privately, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about it on a video. I'm just not. So if you want to message me on Facebook and chat about it, or if you have my number, you can text me or email me or whatever. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. And, just so you know, hey, it's not just you, Back to the fatigue. Let's talk about fatigue. Honestly, it's almost completely gone. There's good days and bad days, but there's a lot less bad days than there are good days. More good days than bad. So that's a definite change. We're going to talk more about the energy levels in a minute. Memory. That's another thing I wrote down here. I do have some improvement in memory. I'm not forgetting things like I was, and here I am reading from my notes so I don't forget anything. What kind of sense does that make? But yeah, and I don't even know if I actually mentioned that part before, but yeah, I mean, I was just forgetting things at my jobs, forgetting things at home, just in general, forgetting what I was going to say, stuff like that. That's frustrating, but I'm definitely seeing some improvements there too. So I have here, let me just put my glasses on, because why not? They're sitting here. So I have this notebook right here. It says big plans. Can you see that? It says big plans. It's just a random notebook that I have some stuff, quite a bit of stuff written down in. I've been journaling. So yeah, and I wasn't before because I usually, whenever I journal, I do it in the mornings. And I would get up in the morning and I wouldn't even feel like getting up, first of all. And then when I did, I didn't journal because honestly, I just didn't feel like it, like everything else. I didn't feel like it. So I just didn't do it. But now I'm doing it again, and it's definitely a positive thing. Another reason why I wasn't journaling, so I got to mention this. Another reason I wasn't journaling was because I have arthritis in my hands. I was going to say particularly in my right hand, but maybe I just notice it more in my right hand because I'm right-handed. But to write in the mornings, that's just something that just wasn't going to happen. I'm doing it now. It's not so the arthritis, it's still there. It's definitely still there. I can still feel it, but it's not as bad as it was before the HRT. Is that helping it? I'm not really sure, but it's not as bad now. So I'm going to chalk it up to the HRT because it is improved and I can write in the mornings again, and I am. So yeah, oh yeah, I also wrote out a plan with goals and such. So that's on this paper right here. The reason I did this was for Brendan. That's my son, if you don't know. He has his associate's degree in exercise science, and he's in college now. Yes, I'm reading this because I forget these things. I'll get to the part that I forget. But yeah, he has his associate's degree in exercise science. He's in college now for his bachelor's degree in exercise physiology. He is a certified personal trainer. Here's the part that I always forget. He's certified by the NSCA, which is the National Strength and Conditioning Association, which is highly accredited. So he's my son. He lives here. There's no excuse, right? But I asked him about it. I talked to him about it. He said he would definitely help me. So, and youngins nowadays, they don't do the whole paper and pen thing. They want everything on a device. So he's like, do you have it in your notes on your phone? Because you could just share that with me. I said, no, I have it right here on this paper. He's like, oh. So I just snapped a picture of it and sent it to him. So I'll share that with you too. Why not? My goals. Okay, let me just read, and you can read along with me if you'd like to. My goals are weight loss, heart health, less pain, metabolism boost, and confidence. Yeah. And what I'm doing already, I'm walking. and tracking my steps with the goal of improving each day, or at least not moving backwards, right? So what I need, what I need from him, because this was written out for him. So what I need from him, I need a lifting program to incorporate with the walking. Like I listed what I want and don't want, which you can read if you'd like. And yeah, so herein lies the problem. My problem. I'm ready to do all this. I want to do all this, but I don't have the stamina. Like I have the energy. I just don't have any endurance. I'm so out of shape from months and months of the fatigue that I'm doing absolutely nothing more than I absolutely had to do. I am out of shape. I don't have it. I don't have what it takes, man. The stamina's not there. So I'm just so out of shape at this point that I can't do all the things that I think I can do because I have the energy now. I just don't have that stamina, you know? Oh, somebody's messaging me. Who is it? Who is it? Oh, it's my husband. He's at work. He must be obviously on break. Anyway, okay, so what else? Yeah, I have to build that back up. I have to build back up to it. There's muscle memory and all that good stuff, but this is different because I feel like I'm at this point like way back to square, like not even to square one at this point. But I'm getting my jobs done faster. I'm not having to take breaks in the middle of my jobs. I'm ready for my next job. No more tears. I'm able to come home and do things like run the sweeper, clean the litter box, make dinner, all the routine things that I usually do. I'm able to do that without any problem now. Oh, and hey, guess what? I even mowed the lawn. That's right. I only did the front and the side. Chase did the rest. But after I did the front and the side, I got out the string trimmer and I edged the sidewalk, did the string trimming, got out the blower and did all that, cleaned up all the whole mess and everything. I was whipped afterwards. Let me tell you, I was whipped, but I did it. And that's a big deal. But yeah, I'm getting things done again. And I'm looking at my notes trying to figure out where I was at. Oh yeah, I noted on here, I trimmed the bushes. That's actually in one of my videos recently, but yeah. But let's be honest though, trimming the bushes really isn't hard. It's cleaning up afterwards that's the hard part. That part sucks, but I did it. And I was, again, just absolutely shot afterwards, but I did it. So that's the big thing. So am I 100%? Not yet, but this HRT stuff, it's working. I think it's what I needed. I don't really think there's too much more to say, but let me look at my notes really quick, okay? Okay, I wrote all this down, and I might just look at it and read it word for word. I can actually see my computer screen better without the glasses on. But like the stuff up close, the closer stuff, I can see better with them. Okay, so in closing, let me just say right now, if you have any reason to believe that your hormones might be out of whack, see your doctor. Don't wait. Ask for a hormone panel. Don't wait like I did, okay? Oh yeah, also, I've been doing the walking, getting some steps in and doing the yard work and I've got this energy that I'm trying to build up the stamina again, the endurance, whatever you want to call it. So I'm getting more exercise. I'm eating better. I'm doing the walking. I'm not doing a lot of walking. I'm taking it slow. I'm not going to push myself. I'm down 4 pounds in the last 2 weeks. And it's not spectacular, I know, but it's a start. It's a start. And you know what? All I've done is cut out the junk food. I wrote this down because I figured I probably wouldn't say it if I didn't write it down. So I'm just going to read it. All I've done is cut out the junk food that was filling the void for me while I was feeling like a loser with no energy. Yeah, a loser. I might as well say it because that is what I was feeling like. But I don't feel like that anymore. I have a sense of confidence, a sense of well-being now. I almost feel like I'm fit, even though I still look the same and weigh close to the same. But yeah, I think I'm back. I'm back. I feel like my personality's better. like back to myself, you know? And I have a sense of confidence about myself again. I'm back. Okay, so I already stopped the video and I was just getting ready to put my tripod away and all that good stuff, but I just wanted to say, if you feel like there's anything I left out, didn't mention, any questions, please do not hesitate to ask in the comments below. Text me, message me, email me, whatever. Okay? All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.